My name is Jack Richardson, Jackrichardson. In the beginning, I went to visit my brother's family in Covington, Louisiana, with no intention of going to see the Folsom Spirits tour. My sister-in-law bought a basket which had 4 tickets that Audrey had donated to get business to her business. Being skeptical, we all took a vote and decided to go see this. And I work at a haunted hayride during Halloween, so I just wanted to see what they had going, thinking to myself that, you know, everything like this is always fake. We went to see Audrey, pulled up, and she was stirring up all these, stirring up a campfire with all this stuff that she had trimmed out of her trees on her acreage on her lot. Excuse me, I have a cold. She kept on working with this fire, and then after that she showed us these pictures of all these orbs and compared them to people's photographs she had taken while they were alive, mostly her husband, her late husband. And the face in the orb that she showed us looked exactly like him. Still, we were skeptical. You know, we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what to expect before we left, and at that point still didn't know what to expect. The tour started, we started walking through her property. My younger brother has a bad leg, so he was driving a golf cart. And we went to the first stop, an area where she said she's seen the orbs. Nothing happened. So we're all looking at each other going, you know, what's going on here? We're going to cut this thing short. Go to the next stop, same thing. Next stop, same thing. We were working our way towards the back of her residence. We came upon a chicken coop. She said usually that the orbs always appear at that point. She's taking pictures and nothing was happening. This was about 20 minutes into the tour. She's saying, don't make a liar out of me, guys. And she kept on coaxing us to say to the spirits, if you're here, manifest yourself, help, try to help her to get them to manifest themselves. So I said, can I use your restroom? I excused myself, I went to the restroom. While in there, I'm thinking, if this is real, maybe she does need some help. So I said, Dad, if you're around, show yourself. Just show yourself, because my dad passed away in Arkansas, which is not far from the point where that is. Walked out of the bathroom. She wanted us to pose on the other end of the chicken coop, which was rather large, by an old car. She started taking pictures again, and all of a sudden she just starts saying, oh, they're here, they're coming. It's like it's snowing. I got this chilly feeling. It's really hard to explain. It's like a million little needles sticking in me, or maybe like minute drops of liquid hydrogen that permeated me, and it was the strangest feeling. Anyway, I didn't say anything because my brother wasn't letting on that he was feeling it. And it seemed like my brother was the key. My brother, when he was being photographed, would get the orbs around him with whoever he was being photographed with, even though he was not into it. He was tired. It was a work night for him, and he just felt like he shouldn't be there. But for some reason, he was the catalyst for the orbs. After a couple of sessions of the orbs appearing and going away, I decided it was time for me to be behind the camera with Audrey to see exactly what she saw. So my sister-in-law went in front of the camera. I stood over her shoulder and was watching. Nothing was happening. And then all of a sudden, the orbs appeared again. The first flash when they came, I felt that feeling, and I could actually see the orbs with my naked eye. That gave me chills. beyond what I was feeling. My skin, like right now, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. How strange. And what was I seeing? Was I really seeing what I was seeing? I felt like my eyes were playing tricks on me. My body was playing some kind of trick on me. But I gotta trust my senses. I was actually seeing something phenomenal, supernatural. Put it however you like, something that out of this worldly. We kept on going through the tour. We went to another location, a giant oak tree on the other side of her house. Took a few more series of photos. Had another series of the orbs come through. At that point, my brother and sister-in-law calling it quits. It was also a school night for my niece. So we actually were there for an hour and a half of a 3-hour tour. But in that time, I went from being skeptical to being a total believer, as Audrey said I would. We walked out. She kept showing in other spots where orbs had appeared and taking pictures, but nothing happened for the rest of the tour. I purchased a disc, and I have the disc now, and if you want me to, I will bring it with me. If you want me to, in fact, do this, be the storyteller. The location the ghost story occurred is in Folsom, Louisiana. The only relevance I have to it is that I went to see that tour. Otherwise, I've never been there before or since. It used to be a nursery, as far as I know. That's the only thing that she told me. I've been trying to find out more information as far as if there were homicides or the history of the house from Audrey, but she hasn't really helped me in that respect, so I'm looking myself online. But at the moment, I don't have a whole lot of time to do that, but hopefully sooner or later I will find something. I have photographs. I have just that disc that she gave me, but that's it at this point. Yes, and when I saw the orbs, I did experience that chilling, tingling, weird sensation, and seeing them just put me over the edge. And that was it. When I saw them with my own eyes, that was beyond words. I think it says here, why do you think it happened to you? It happens. I know that everyone that sees the orbs in the pictures, lucky enough to see them, and I've seen pictures of pyramids, cones, and crosses, and all kinds of different things, shields that Audrey sent me via email, because we were still in touch via email. I've talked to her on the phone a couple times. I think being a skeptic in the beginning, and then letting my mind be open throughout the tour, I guess I wanted to be proven wrong, and I really wanted to see something when I was there. Have I seen or experienced anything else at the location? No, I haven't been back, but when I go on my next visit, and every visit, which I go once a year to Louisiana to visit my family back there, I will go see Audrey every time. That's for sure. I don't know if anyone else has seen or experienced anything, because they haven't told me. They really weren't that enthused about what happened. Are they still there? Yes, Audrey says that she sees them all the time. She sends me pictures of other tours and more unusual events. She's taped voices. I haven't heard the tapes, but hopefully someday I will. She said that it's happening in that location because she thinks it's a portal between the spirit and the living world. I tend to agree that portals do exist, and she definitely is living where there's a gigantic portal. It's affected me since that experience. That the strangest thing, my dad died 10 years ago, next February, in 3 or 4 months. It'll be 10 years since he passed away. I'd never dreamed about my dad. She sent me a picture of my brother and I in the golf cart. encircled one that she thought a face that looked a lot like me. Well, when I saw the face, I knew instantly that was my father. And ever since went on that tour and saw those orbs and felt those feelings, I've had countless dreams about my father, and I never had a dream about him since the day he died. When he was alive, I dreamt about him, but since then, no. But now, I dream about him all the time. How do I know the other storyteller? I met Audrey Montgomery the night of the tour, and like I said, I've been emailing her since it happened on October 27th, year 2011. The only evidence that I have is the pictures of the orbs and my dad's face in between my brother and I. The first time I saw this evidence was as she was taking the pictures, she would stop and show them to us while we're being photographed. And after the orbs quit showing, she would stop and go back through the pictures and page through and show us what she had just taken. What I saw was orbs everywhere, hundreds of them, some with very clear faces, multicolors, which what she said in her theory is that there are different energy levels, some higher and some lower. When I first saw it, I felt very excited. I wanted to see more, especially when I felt the chills. And when I saw them with my own eyes, I wanted to stay all night and just kept taking pictures. And I wanted to finish the tour, but I can only do what the people I'm with would do. The person that took all this evidence was Audrey. The next time I go, I would bring my own camera, for sure. She just uses a inexpensive Olympus digital camera without a hot plate. She says that the hot plate has something that eliminates the infrared, and those kind of cameras don't work well. I saw multicolored orbs suspended all around us in different colors, like I said. And finally, do I believe in ghosts? Well, when I went there, I didn't believe in ghosts, and now I have to say I do. Ghosts, spirits, entities, you call it what you want, but I believe. Thank you.